about dairy and lumber? The White House said they could impose tariffs today. Have you received any official indication that that's happening at all?
Not yet.
Okay. Can you just give just briefly what your understanding is of the current situation, as far as what's on the table, what isn't? Sorry.
Well, what we know to date is what the president has said and what we have been informed, which is that we have that there are no tariffs on CUSMA compliant trade until April the 2nd. That is what we know at present.
And do you have clarity on what percentage of trade with the U.S. that is? I think there's been different numbers floated around.
Well, our analysis right now is that CUSMA compliant is really about meeting the substantially made in Canada, so the rules of origin, as well as products and goods that are that meet the compliance rules in labor and environment. In CUSMA, it's roughly about 40%, and the reason for that is because a lot of trade in Canada, in fact, virtually all of our trade is free trade, and therefore what is covered here is the WTO's MFN status. What I would say is that that virtually all trade in Canada is CUSMA is CUSMA eligible.
What the hell are you talking about?
Thank you.
Great, thanks.
Sorry, can you just clarify that? Does that mean that essentially nothing's being tariffed right now? Sorry, I have a question from Washington. Basically, with the new order that he signed, giving it a 1-month pause, how much of Canada's trade is being impacted?
Will not have tariff are those that are the goods that are what is called CUSMA compliant. So compliant to CUSMA is substantially made in Canada. So therefore, the rules of origin, as well as the way in which it's made that actually is in compliance with the framework of CUSMA, which includes standards for our workers, which are really important to Canada. And in that agreement, when we renegotiated it, that's one of the things that we are very proud of, both in Canada and America, the high standards for workers in there. The rest of it is the rest of our trade follows the WTO most favored nation status, which means virtually no tariffs at all. So it does make it CUSMA eligible, but right now the CUSMA compliant is what we understand to be those that have the reprieve until April the 2nd.
Do you know what percentage of that is?
Roughly about 40.
Will the second phase of retaliation come into effect this week if there are steel and aluminum tariffs and dairy and lumber tariffs?
I think we're going to need to, we are working on this, and I think we're going to wait until we get the information and then respond appropriately. Thanks.
Thank you.